Parliament House, Melbourne, once the seat of the land and still one of the most important buildings in Victoria. For some years now, the building, opened and first used as a parliament in 1856, has been showing its age. And so the construction group of the Public Works Department have been slowly and painstakingly restoring it. These gas lamps were restored last year, and one interesting feature is that the gold leafing used on them was made right here in Melbourne, at the only factory in the Southern Hemisphere still making gold leafing. But the visible improvements on the outside are only a fraction of the work being undertaken. And inside, work on probably the most ambitious project so far is well underway. The construction group are completely restoring the upper house to its former beauty. The repainting and gold leafing being undertaken is proving to be a mammoth task, but when completed, few people will argue that it hasn't been worthwhile. The restoration of the chamber began in May this year, and most of the work will be completed in time for when Parliament reassembles in September. Before the repainting and gold leafing got underway, it was necessary to replace some of the plaster roses and lions' heads that have over the years crumbled with age. To do this, the plasterers made special moulds out of a latex solution. A head or rose in perfect condition was used as an original and set in the latex. Once the latex had set, the original was removed, leaving a mould into which plaster could be poured to make perfect replicas. So far, over 200 replacement pieces have been made. The plaster takes about 10 minutes to set. The mould can be easily peeled back, leaving a replacement exactly the same as the original. "16 people are working on the restoration project. These include plasterers, painters, gold leafers and apprentices who in years to come will be able to carry on the restoration skills. Work on giving Parliament House a facelift began about 10 years ago, and the next major project will be to restore the vestibule. Many of the major corridors have already been completed. The plasterers are painstakingly filling in any cracks that may have appeared over the years and touching up the original plaster work. The painters are using colours as close to the original as possible. So, when completed, the chamber should look exactly the same as the original designers, Messrs. Kerr and Knight, envisaged. The total cost of the work has been put at $180,000, which includes repolishing the furniture, importing new carpets from Belgium, and $12,000 for gold leafing. Already, $9,000 worth of gold has been put onto the ceiling. The delicate 23-carat leafing is less than 1,000th of an inch thick, and the leafers are leafing straight over the existing gold. First, the old gold is covered with a size to which the leafing sticks once it's pressed into position. To get some idea of how delicate the leafing is, remember that it's less than 1/6 of the thickness of a sheet of writing paper. Any excess can be brushed off later. So work in the upper house is nearly complete, and the restorers will leave their mark on the 20th century, as did their predecessors when the chamber was last restored in 1915.